I'll be right with y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry, y'all. I swear it's like I push live. My granddaughter's asleep, but everything happens as soon as I go to push live. Hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I apologize. I apologize. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. Ugh. If it ain't one thing, it's always another. And I feel like the test me gods are testing me. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you very much. Thank you. You have no idea. Much appreciated. Oh, I'm brave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on 1 second. I apologize, y'all. Oh my goodness. It's just one of these evenings. Ugh. Ugh. I'm so sorry. And I cannot stand, I am not a control freak because I can barely do that control me. You know what I mean? So I'm never a control freak, but I cannot stand when there's no control. When like everything keeps happening, there's nothing you could do about it. And even though it's bothering you or it's stressing you or it affects you, no one seems to hear you as you say it. So you only come around like you just always complaining, you're always going off, you're always oh my God. Jeez. And I'm so glad right this second my granddaughter is asleep because I sure don't want to be around her and my energy's off, even if I'm faking like it's happy. That's not what I want to ever give. And I would be lying if I wouldn't say that I got my granddaughter today. And the fact that I haven't had sleep all weekend, nope, that's not what's bothering me. I've had sleep, but not as much sleep as your body really needs. That's not what's bothering me. But today has just been a literal domino effect kind of thing. And I'm trying so hard to take the punches. And I'm trying so hard. Oh my goodness, it's one of those days. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. I, oh, I'm starting my live. As soon as I start my live, my phone is ringing. I go to. I'm just losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. And the funny part is you'll be sitting here and saying, "Oh, it's just as simple as things came up when you wanted to start," but it's like there's no do over. When you push the live button, you should be able to go into what you're doing, not have to have all these. I don't know. Today just reminds me that once again, the only thing I can control is me, and I can barely control that. Claudia, how you doing? How you doing? How are you doing today? Like I said, yeah. Oh, man. I'm just, yeah. Sometimes you gotta laugh just to keep from crying. You know, sometimes that's how you feel. Like I'm just going, and I don't even mean crying literally, like tears out your eyes crying. I mean just, I mean almost about to be that angry cry. I don't know. Sometimes you're just like, oh, mm, mm, mm. But how's everybody doing? How's Monday going? How's everybody doing? I'm so off today. I don't know if I'm coming or going. But I swear, it's just gonna make me pump more love and everything else to my granddaughter while with her. Because, man, listen, I tell y'all, I don't know. Mama, ain't good to see you. I just, ugh. And I wish I was, superhuman, or I had superpowers that could make me just not be able to be transparent. Like, not be able to say, like, right now, I don't know. I'm off. And as much as I've held it together, you know, um, mm, mm, mm. It's just been since Tuesday, one thing after another. I just, yuck, 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 yuck. Wash it off. It's a new week. One of the best things I think about, that's why I love a pajama jammy jam on a Sunday night. That's why I even bothered to bring myself on last night, because I think no matter what that week offered, at least I could start a new week. And sometimes I know when you start the new week, I'm going to start it, you know, with things I'm never going to have again. But I just give myself the fresh. But when the week starts, it already get rocky. I just wonder what the rest of the week going to be. I wonder if it's just the finish off leftovers from last week. Is it some new stuff? Is it? I don't know. I don't know. But I tell you. Hmm. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I know in my own life I got my own quirks and perks that I do and go through. So I already know I'm something to live with. If I have insomnia, I might be up all night. Sometimes when my sinuses are bad and feel like my ears are stopped up, I have the volume up really loud on things because it's almost like I can't hear. You know, well, I used to sometimes because I couldn't sit directly in front of the TV, and that could annoy people. And I know, like I said, these are just small examples because we all got quirk, things about us. But the more you learn and know you and do you, that's what I've learned. That I know it's my responsibility to make sure I protect those because like I said, you got to know your triggers. But yeah, no, I'd have to say it for me. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Now I know people rent out rooms. I do know that. Mm. Yeah, that was the part I was really wondering. Like, why can't you leave the room when he's there? Is he a musician? Is he filming? Oh, so it's one of those rooms like you're in the room, so the room has a bathroom in the room, like a hotel room, and it's $750 a month. Mm, okay, so it's a bedroom and bathroom. Okay, so see, that's one of those people. Because some people want to do the renting of their home, but they really don't want people in it, or and they'll let you know it's no access to the rest of the house. It's just this, and you walking in and out the door. You know what I mean? Like you can't come in past this time. You can't do this. Hold on one second. I gotta take this call. Sorry about y'all that y'all had to take that call. I feel like my phone is probably going to ring a couple of times, and I apologize in advance. I apologize in advance. Oh man, I am tapping all kind of stuff. Ugh. Yeah, it's like I said, some people that's exactly what they want. They want their cake and they eat it too. They wanna um oh no. And he wants to get all in your business and everything else. So he'll know everything about you. What do you know about him? What is it you know? Other than they were in the room. I'd give a strong no on that. It got so bad with people like trying to rip people off to rent rooms and stuff that about 2 years ago in Chicago, people were renting storage units. You know how you rent a storage unit, and they were sleeping in their storage unit. Believe it or not, there were families doing it too. Yeah, what do you think about it, John? Mm-hmm, mm-mm. Okay. Know where he works. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. My spidey senses say I don't know, but then all I know is that it's a room. Do you feel comfortable in this? Do you feel like this is a good idea? Or is it a case of my back is against the wall and I just need to make sure I have something, so I'll take this? Is it month to month that you all are doing this? So could you do it for a month, feel how it is, and then if not, with it or not, you don't like it, or but in that month you could try to find something else. I don't know. I'm sorry, now my mic, now my mute thing is just jumping on its own. Well, then you should really be saying no to this. And if you have 750 to spend, then you should be trying to find. I mean, y'all got a red roof inn out there? Because if y'all do, all red roof inns, they're a chain. All red roof inns have a $40 a night room that is just a bed. And therefore, at $40 a night, you can afford, if you got 750 to stay there. Then you don't have to worry about anyone coming into your space. You don't have to worry about some man you don't know being there. You don't have to worry about what you said happened in December. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Oh, y'all. Crazy cat mama, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, you get food stamps, but how were you paying him the 750 a month? Right. If you have food stamps, then you need to be able to make your food. Hey, crazy cat mama, how you doing today, sis? Yeah, beware, because it just sounds real scammy. It sounds like either scammy or a setup. You know what I mean? Like it don't sound. It don't sound good. It don't sound right. It got my whole spidey senses tingling. Yeah, and just having an air fryer doesn't give you a refrigerator. Well, you said you're gonna put a refrigerator in the bathroom, so I guess I gave you a refrigerator. Yeah, well, beware, be safe. I mean, wait, you get 900 a month, and you got to give him 750. I just think you could find something better for 750. I don't want you to tell me what state you live in or nothing, but I just think for 750 you could find something better than that. It's something safer for you, especially if you by yourself. I think that'll be better. Hey, crazy cat mama. I'm sorry. I had got a little. I felt a little off. The phone was ringing. The door was going. I was just seeing like everything was going on as soon as I started. So I'm trying to come back into a zone. My camera is get. I don't know why it does it, but I'm just annoyed by that too. But I'm trying to pretend like it's not bothering me that it's got a mind of its own, and when it's ready to come, it will. I'll just leave it there. That's where I'm at with that. Um, Yeah, because some people are just setting you up to get you in there. But I'm just saying, if you have 750 a month, Claudia, I would be going anywhere else. And I mean, if you're living in the United States, I know it's a red roof inn somewhere. And they do, I mean, now they got some rut hotels that's even cheaper. They'll do a monthly and it'll be about 500 a month. Depending on your state, it might be cheaper. My state, and they might not be nowhere I want to go, but most of them places didn't take a dog. That's why I couldn't go. So I was limited to places that only take a dog. Man, crazy cat mom. I am so sorry you are, but one of the blessings I can say that you've had, I never had, is you. We all been in love, but you had your, I don't know how to say it. Like that's beautiful to me. One of the reasons my whole life, well, when I was young, I thought about marriage so much. Like it's something I always wanted to do, right? Like, in my mind, when I was a little girl, I thought marriage like made you like you would love somebody who would claimed you, wanted to give you their last name, wanted to love on you, wanted to this, wanted to that. And then I remember when my granddad died, I thought like marriage was something I didn't want to do because I didn't want to lose. Like I just didn't want to lose, somebody I loved. And then when I was younger, I cared about people and lost them in a different way. And I thought, man, how could the world be like this? But when I think of somebody losing their husband, I think, wow, losing the love of their life. Like even right now, that's what Mama Ann is going through. Like I feel for you. But I thank God y'all were able to love somebody so much and then to the end. Oh, look, Susan, you are showing out. Thank you, Miss Dawson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, so I'm really sorry for you all's losses. I really am. I I don't even know what to say because it is scary being alone. It is, and that's something a lot of people can relate to. And I know it's got to be even scarier when you just weren't. I know that's got to be even more. Hold on a second. Stacy, Stacy, how you doing? Move along. Well, I don't. Yeah, it's not even a comparison party. I mean, I feel for somebody if they lost, but to lose you lost your husband, you lost you know what I mean, your soulmate. I'm saying I can't imagine, man. It's one of the reasons I fear marriage. Like I told you, as I got older. Mm. So y'all strength that y'all even are standing and still being strong. When I know you feeling so weak, I applaud you. Is what I'm saying. I'm just so off right now. I just the day started so good, and I swear in the last 4 hours it's been so crappy, and I don't know how because I have my whole granddaughter here with me, and I'm trying to pull out of that, and that's why I'm like I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Y'all are sitting here being strong, and here I am being weak because I'm flustered. Here I am being weak because just these last since Wednesday I've just been really, and I've just been taking it. So I know what you mean about talking about when you're alone. Because sometimes you just get overwhelmed. I've been nothing but transparent on here, and I've made it very clear I have. You know what? It's not even important. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's here right now. Really? When I was real young, I did. But when they drove my grandfather's car from our house and he wasn't in it, I never wanted that feeling. And he was just my grandfather. Tell that to the words going through my head right now. I tell you all the time, I learned in life the Napa, how you doing, Napa, how you doing? Stacy, Stacy, how you doing? I've learned in life sometimes your biggest enemy is you. Sometimes the person who beat you up the worst is you. It'll be you. It'll be you. It'll be the voice in your head pulling you back when you know you're going right. It'll be that voice in your head making you give up when you really are supposed to be fighting right now. It's that. It's that. And then and then there's that other voice that when you feel like this, you feel like you are something's wrong with you. So it makes you push back. And I'm this week. I should have not. What I should have done is tonight. I should have stayed off of the camera. I shouldn't have came home. So I'm really trying to just pull myself out of that job. Y'all, positivity is great. Mm-mm-mm. You're driving. Wait, I got lost. Yeah, now that's one thing. When I was young, I never was really into speeding like that. And it's probably because I've known too many terrible accidents and people in hand and didn't make it. So I really, Gypsy, Gypsy, how you doing? She said, "Punch up here." Oh, let me tell you something. When I was young and dumber, I used to literally punch walls. I used to punch walls. I used to punch anything. And I'll never forget when my sister and her husband, when they were just dating and everything, and they had been together maybe about a year. And so, anyway, um, we had this punching bag that he had, and it was the one that's on the ground and got that thing. Now, first of all, I learned that you can punch that thing; it just about break your wrist. But also on top of that, um, that you could almost, but it was relief. It was relief not to damage stuff because you were mad. And then you had to look at and remember and see that you couldn't control your own anger. And then I tell you that I didn't just, one of the things is I spent so many years. That's why I be trying to tell you all the time. Every time people doing all the stuff they doing, is they fighting something else. I spent all these years fighting, but some of the stuff I was bringing on to myself. Some of the stuff, you know what I mean? So it was a multitude of different things. Every time somebody thinks something worse, they think, "Oh, did that mean you was going through this?" No, it didn't have to be that worse. Ramrock, how you doing? How you doing, Ramrock? How them hours looking, bro? Um, and that's why now I'm in a place, and I tell people, and they say, "Oh, well, I ain't got there, and I ain't done that." But let me tell you something. We all a test away from changing it. It's fighting through that. It's knowing this shit here is only a test. A test to break me, and I done fought so hard to just not break. And I feel like no matter what, who ain't done it? That's what I say. I don't care what people saying on here. People always saying something. They always think they know. They always think that. I don't care. What is what is, and what isn't. So just because you say it don't mean I'll be like, oh my goodness. Let me get my pony. And not like I'm like, oh my goodness, you right. You right. She must have been dreaming about that. Because I sure wasn't she was gonna wake up and bring her in here. But yeah, I used to learn. I had to learn that. I had to learn like that's because people say it. But the problem was when you're young and you're younger and people keep saying it, it does start impacting you. Whether it's true or not. What hurts you more is that people believe it. Even the people that know you or so-called know you or you let them know you, they believe it. So I don't get mad at what people saying. I get mad at the people that actually get to know me and they believe it. You ain't gotta believe it. I'm good. I'm good. You don't have to believe it. You know what I mean? Or you don't have to. I'm not gonna sit and listen to them. And if they want to sit and listen to me talk about them, well, at least I throw some laughter. And if you just want to be mean and nasty, I'm gonna sit there and listen because all it's gonna make me do is react. And that's giving you power. It's giving you power. It's just like if you ever been violated, and after that, you know how much power I gave that thing to my life. It gave me the power to shut down. It gave me the power to be one of those people that doesn't like to really touch. And then it gave me the power to want to make sure that I detach myself from anybody in certain kind of ways, especially sexual, so that I could never be hurt again. So when I was thinking I was powering it, it was powering me. So that's why I tell y'all, I'm going to stay with quotes. And I'm going to make every space I can make that is mine a place of peace. That's where people think you like all the boom, boom, and the no, you don't. You just want peace. You just want peace. That's it. I learned one thing about losing people in my life. Tomorrow ain't promised, so I want to enjoy today. And all the days I was mad and just sitting around angry, I was missing out on people while they was here. And when they was gone, I'd give anything to have talked to them. To have made some time when they was crossing my mind, to have just picked up that doggone phone instead of saying, no, I'm going to wait till next week. Because next week payday and I'm going to go hang out with them. We going to kick the bubble and we didn't get next week. Because life is time. So don't waste none. Don't waste it. Make sure while they here, they know exactly how you felt so that when they gone, you're not regretting that you didn't. And love yourself. Man, I tell you that. I mean that. Love yourself. Because sometimes when you're waiting for that love from anywhere else, from your kids, and from a mate, if you don't get it, then suddenly you'll think something wrong with you. When I read your comment earlier, Mama Ann, that you left in my comments, when I read it earlier, I want to tell you something. As a mother, you never know if one day the same people that you love, Joe being Joe, how you doing, sis, how you doing? You'll never know if one day those people, for whatever reason, will get mad at you, won't talk to you, will talk to you, only call you when you never know. You never know. Only job you got is to keep on loving them. That's it. There's no other. There's no middle. But I'd love to tell y'all that I separate a mother who adopted from a mother who is a mother who pushed them out the womb. Because see, I know one thing, there are mothers who couldn't carry their baby and somebody else had to carry it. So does that make her less of one? Because her womb wasn't the one that was used. And I know as a mother, sometimes you get the shortest end of the stick. Some days it feel like it. But the real reward is bigger. And see, I know as a mother, sometimes you'll trade. If don't matter if it never come together completely for you, as long as it come together for them. So I know one thing about the mother game and the mother card is it come with a lot of, you know what I mean? That's why I tell people, why would I be sitting up if some chick wasn't talking to their kid or something, be throwing that in their face? You know how many mothers ain't? Hmm? You know how many mothers lucky to get a happy birthday or a text like that? You know how many mothers ain't got a Christmas gift from a kid since they was an adult? Because if you really knew how many it was, you know it was nothing to play with not one of them. Now, if you dogging your kids, I'm not dogging your kids. I'm talking about how you dogging them. But when we talking about mother, I don't do that kind of stuff. I never. Because I know it's a hard thing. And I know that most mothers don't really speak about what's going on because they know the other people going to use it to hold against them. And it already holds against them every day. Yep, that time it flies. And you can't get it back. So you better enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. And if I miss the moment before, well, I cannot get it back. I cannot get it back. And no matter how much you try, there's nothing I can't do. I can't duplicate it. Heidi, how you doing, sis? I know you doing. You getting younger. Okay, Benjamin Buttons. Hmm. Right before you know it, they grown. And if you know you put the best foundation you could for them, just like I say about the kingdom, it can weeble, it can wobble, but it won't fall down. But it's just like the birds. It just comes a day when I gotta let them spread their wings. And they'll always come back to the nest. That's what a good friend told me once. They get it one day. I'm glad I got it and that I know to give my mother her flowers because I just what it was is I didn't appreciate it. I thought I was old and entitled and didn't realize that she really did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just hard to explain, when you're younger and your mindset is so on you. What you did and whatever it was, it's so on you. I think I want to take a bath tonight. Bath bomb it up. I got this cupcake bath bomb that was on sale when I was in Walmart in a little, how they got the little clearance thing with all the stuff in it, just a bunch of different stuff marked down real low. And the little cupcake bombs were like 25 cents. And I was like, I was going to try one of them. But yeah. So yeah, you know, it's a notion. I don't know. Like I said, I feel so wide awake. I don't even know how late. My granddaughter's gonna be. Like I said, I have my granddaughter until my son gets out. But in the processing world, Virgie, see how you doing in the processing world? My son is still not processed out, so it's hours later. I mean, but so it's still waiting. So I have my granddaughter until they come back. And so I don't know what time that'll be, but I know I gotta stay. Like I said, I'm up. I'm not even tired or nothing. And I'm gonna stay awake. But I'm telling myself I don't know if maybe I might come back live just around my mouth because then I won't feel so back and forth. Like, okay, wait, okay, she was asleep. Because then I was so worried if Nino started barking and I was gonna wake her up. And then I'm like, yeah, but he starts barking and that wakes her up. Then I know I can't be live because then I gotta attend to her. And so I just kind of been thrown off from the moment. So that's why I sound kind of like off. Like, man, I sound a little off. Because my mind is racing. And when it races like that, I'm off. But like I said, it's just been a weird day today. It's just been, I don't know, just reminders of the things that had me have so many walls up. And most of it was just because I hate L's. I hate sudden change. Yucky pooey. That's how I feel about sudden change. Yucky pooey. Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and dang it. Like I said, I can't because I was hoping not because I'm enjoying all my time here, so I definitely don't want that to sound like that either. Because I'm enjoying her being here, but because she's a baby, it's only so long she stay up, and then she go to sleep. So you know, that's it. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try to, but I know when it gets late, like Susan, I already know after a certain time, it is hello, and that's why I don't even tell her because I know we gonna get a hello, and then she going to bed. Uh, Mama Ann, I know usually you up late, so I mean, I know even with Tina, she goes in early, and if she up, she'll catch you. You'll catch her because she gonna come in and say hey too. And so I love my moms. I do. I do. They are my sisters. They are. They are a big part of the thing. I was gonna tell you something. Like I said, I know for a fact that when it comes to my mods, I it makes me excited when I come in the building sometimes. When I first get in there, they just there. They really they. Like I said, I got mad respect for them. I got mad love for them. I love their heart. I love the energy they bring. I love the respect that people have for them, for who they are. That I respect so much. Um, and I respect that they love me for me, exactly for me. So in return, that's what I give them. The same thing, you know. And I try not to get so attached to things. I don't because like for any of us, when you lost something real young, like if somebody lost their mom or their dad real young, or a sibling real young, it caused a part of you to be scared to lose. And it took me a long time to realize that losing my dad and my granddad so close to each other, that it had me afraid to lose people. So I was like trying to push them away because I didn't want to get close. Because I thought maybe if I didn't get close, I wouldn't care if I lost them. Maybe if they weren't my routine every day, I wouldn't miss them. But it don't work like that. So I learned to love who you love and show them that you love them and tell them that you love them and tell them why you love them. Black, how you doing? And tell them why you love them. That's how I always feel it should be. That's right. Yes, you do, my man. Yes, you do. And that's what I mean. And I learned that. And we have to, and that's what, you got to love people where they at. And even if that means they got to get better, I don't mean I want you to stay there. Stay stagnant. Stay right there, wherever that is you are, because I love you where you're. No, it just means I love you where you're at. And I hope it gets better. I'm praying it gets better. I'm praying you see what you want to do. Because, like, even when people have an addiction, you could see it. Everybody who know them could see it. Until they see it as a problem, there's never going to be change. So until you love you completely, there's never going to be change in your life. And sometimes you're going to learn. And this is what I've learned, y'all. When I started loving myself and changing things, I saw how people's approach to me was. Because they could see it. They could feel it. So they're not going to have step on showing, you know what I mean? But when you were down and people saw you low, you attracted the low. People didn't give a damn about your time, which is the nothing. And you were okay with it because that's what you were letting out into the universe. But like I said, such is life. I wouldn't, none of it's great. But one thing about my life, and I'm only speaking on mine, is I'm at a place that I gotta understand that everything leading to right now that has happened in my life had to happen to get me to right now. Now, where that lead me to later, we'll see. But I had to go through that to get to here. Do I want to? Do I wish it on my worst enemy? Hell no. I wouldn't. But I'm glad I made it. Because what you got right now is the product of everything I've ever been through, good, bad, or indifferent. Hey, Danny, I'm effing raking. How you doing? Yeah, we have to. We have to. We have to. Mm. Oh, wow. Oh, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That no matter how much of her mind is gone, that is still there. How precious is that? That's so precious that reading it sent a chill down my spine. Because somewhere there's somebody whose parent is going through dementia and they don't know them. They don't remember them. So hold that so tight. And you make sure you text it to her too every night. So even on the days when that mind gets there, she'll still see you saying, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, I did. I already did. I already did when we were playing and having tummy time and hanging out. Because, like I said, until about 15, 20 minutes before I went live, she was awake. And that's why I set the live for, when I knew where. So I set it right when I knew she was starting to get sleepy. And that's where we were heading. Because I knew she didn't have about 5, 10 minutes on her staying away. Oh, man. The blessings of a child. I learned to appreciate what I have and stop worrying about what I don't have and what is not. And I started realizing that when it came to my ancestors and the people that I loved and the people that were gone, I realized that the reason I missed them is because I loved them and how grateful I was to be part of the people that they loved also. And how grateful I was to know them and how their impact in my life can never be forgotten. It will never be erased. It'll never be replaced. But I'm grateful to have it. And I know that if I want my ancestors to be in peace, that if I'm down here failing because I don't have them, then they can never rest. Because that part of them will try to stay as close to me as they can because they can't be in the physical. But I need them to rest and dance in paradise and dance in the kingdoms we have because one day, the one promise I got, there's two promises we all got, every last one of us, is that we'll all be born and one day we'll all be gone. That's a promise. That's why you can tell you tomorrow's not a promise. Enjoy the moment. How can my moment be so warped? Even if I'm watching a tube all day, how can it be so warped that the only thing I care about is that I'm just eat, sleep, live? No, please. I wish it was that simple. Because then when something was really going on, I just like we all did during the pandemic, when the world was rocking our boats, no matter who you were, what race you were, your financials, whatever. When the world was rocking our boat, what happened on YouTube? We flooded here. We all came here because you know why? We was looking for something different. We didn't matter. Yeah, you wanted to see some drama that was different. I wanted to see some people roast each other. I wanted to see some people. Look, at one point you found yourself like, I wanted to see him dox him because he been doxing her. I mean, you wanted it because it sure was better than that other stuff out there in that world. I don't know about y'all. It was much better. It was much better. Oh, prayers. I hope she feels better. Oh, Speaking of which, hold on a second. That's how off I am that I am not even doing things. Well, now hold on, because y'all can still hear me, so I didn't put you on hold. But this will be brief. Trust me, because it's nothing she'd rather do than hang up on me. Oh, she really sick if she had to travel with a bowl in her hand. Mm, mm, mm. Poor baby. And then right now, and I don't know how everybody's weather is. This weather gonna get you sick in itself. I can promise you that, because this weather is terrible. It's up, it's down, it's in, it's out. It's all around the board. Hold on a second. Thank you, Susan. This was a call I was supposed to make at 8 o'clock. They gonna have to call me back. But yeah. Oh, it's one of them days. Mhm. And that's why another thing I don't do is I don't tell anybody how to grieve. You know, I can't stand when people say that, like, "Oh, if it would have been my mother, I'd have did this. If it would have been my," or when I lost my such and such, I did this. Well, did you and them have the same? Like, so if somebody says, "Oh, when I lost my mom, I did it. I was like this," and they weren't like that. But the thing is, did we have the same relationship with our mom? Mm. And then not only that, because whether we had both great relationships with her, do I grieve like that? Mm. I think I cried the first time about my dad dying when I was like, it had to be about 4 years after he was gone. 5, maybe. So you never know. You never know. But I also had to learn how to love him because once again, remember when I was naming without all these things that would be on me, it definitely wouldn't be on me without him. No other man on earth, Superman, couldn't have made me. Houdini could have laid down with my mom. Not maybe. No. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, when babies are sick, it's so. Ugh. That's why even when my granddaughter had the cough, I was so glad they took her. But it was just she just had a little mucus. She like you know what I mean. It was nothing else, but like I said, this weather. We have been in like 3 different temperatures, like seasons. It seemed like in the last 3 weeks. I'm like, I thought we were going into spring because it feels like winter, summer, spring. Not summer. I'm lying. I'm lying. We ain't got summer yet. We not as lucky as the other states. Joby and Joe, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? That's right. Nobody can make you but your father. You know what I'm saying? So good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? As long as I'm sitting around hating on them, then I'm gonna be hating on myself because that's a part of me. That's to anybody with their parents. So I can. So I'm gonna love and respect who he is, and also understand what the effects of what his, you know what I'm saying, losing him and everything else in life made me have had to understand that. Took a long time. Took 40 years. It took 40 years, but I learned it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are showing up. I'm showing up. I really appreciate it. Look, and I really appreciate it. Did that in 2019. Mm. Oh, she passed when you was 14. Like I said, that's what I said. There's so many people who have lost young. hmm hmm We can't anymore because we're scared to lose it again. You start putting up a wall. But you learn one thing about life as you get older. Because see, when you're young, you really can't even process death. The very first death I had to process was a friend of mine who went to see a gun and it went off. Him and his friend wasn't trying to hurt him. And he went to see the gun and went out and took his life. And we knew he was gone. And his mom would come and make sure you really understood the dangers of. I mean, she was very, very much gonna make sure. And I thought, whoa, team too much when I was younger, but it wasn't team enough really. And they need to do it. They need to scare straight people all the time, like the guy who used to walk through what was it in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was the mortician, and he got tired of burying young kids, so he started coming through the neighborhood and taking pictures of these people. And sometimes the kids say, "Oh, that's Deontay, that's Book Book, that's Stanky Jank Jank, that's Lil Sunky son." You a legend, and how they say it look good, and it look good in writing, look good in the books. You're a legend, but these people don't even go to your house and see if your family okay. Your family could be starving to death. You think somebody came through and ran it like they run your name? They don't. But yeah, like I said, mm, but yeah, when you lose young, you don't know how to deal with it. So you make these walls, and one day you realize that the one thing life will all have in common is that loss. It don't. So that what kills me. People like, and it be you. Oh, do you just all the people who passed? They must have been in gun violence. No, they weren't. First of all, and second of all, this is a real world. So whether you don't know nobody who ever was in gun, you don't have to know somebody who had a situation with gun violence because they was from the streets. This is America. This is America. Because it happens in schools, and it's been happening in schools for 20, 30 years. So that ought to tell you, it ain't new. It's a problem. But outside of that, we have illnesses that are taking people left, right, and sideways. The big C affects damn near every household around this world in some kind of way. I know it do in America. And so I'm trying to enjoy life. And I'm not going to sit around all day. When I'm thinking about the ones who gone, I'm going to think about what they did, what they didn't get to finish, how, you know what I mean? The year before my buddy passed, 2 years before my buddy passed, he was running for alderman. Like I'm saying, please. You think about it, and I'm going to make sure I keep their name alive the right way. I keep my loyalty true, and that I take something in life ain't in vain. Since I got to know them, I love them, and I miss them, I'm going to keep pushing. Because the people I love, when they gone, one thing I know, they want to see you win. And they were your cheerleaders when they were here. So for them, I'm going to make it so they can rest because they know I'm okay. And I'm going to be blessed that I ever loved them. And I'm going to be glad that when it's all over, when I get to see them again, it's forever. That's what I told y'all. When I get in an airplane and I'm in the clouds, first of all, I'm going to shed a tear every time. Because I'm going to tell, because I feel like I'm as close to the people I love that I'm going to be till I'm with them. But I just like to let them know I'm okay. And that if all of them weren't ever a part of my life, I wouldn't even be who I was, good and bad. Good and bad. I'm thankful for all of it. Every hater, every person said I couldn't, every teacher talked about me. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for every person who told me I wouldn't even make it through raising my kids. And I turned my back. And I probably had 8, 9 dudes around the way. Here's the thing, my children don't know me to have one person in their whole life in a relationship. So everything they said, I went through and I broke those chains. I watched my daughter break the chains. My daughter didn't have no child as a teenager. He broke chains. My children broke chains. So even if somebody tried to tell me they was down, baby, they changing things. Then I just can't wait till they put their crown on. Completely. Completely. And let me tell you, mine started at 40. If they had started at 30, hashtag we won. Hashtag we won. If you better than what was before, and if it was great before and you heading toward greatness, then you still winning. And that's how I look at life. And that's how I look at every day with me. I'm not gonna beat me up. I'm not. I am not. But I feel more than I used to. Because when you have all them walls up, you don't feel. Because if somebody start opening you into feelings, you get away from them real quick. Oh, they trying to make me feel. You think I'm gonna feel sorry for you? I don't care. I don't care. You be sitting there balling the storm. I don't give a damn. You can't be slick took in the oil. I mean, none of this shit's gonna go past on me. But when I actually can feel, like when they say when you really want to let love in your life, you have to be a little bit naive. That's on both sides. To let people in, you got to be able to do that. And so yeah, I mean that's the thing. Because we got all them walls out, you ain't gonna let nobody in. You're not gonna want to come in. And I think of how mean I've been to people when I was mad, and I was pushing them away. But sometimes the word power, I'd be pushing them away. But in my mind, I think I can't live without them. But out my mouth, I could say things like, I hate you, I this. I mean, the worst things you could ever say to people. But in my head, I think if tomorrow they left, I don't know what I'd do. But I couldn't understand why I was always reacting like that when I was hurt, mad, or. I had to learn what was going on with me. Because that's the only person I can change is me. The only person I can control is me. Okay. That's what she is. But mm, hold on. Sorry, when my ears catch something. It's the one thing about my ears that's gonna hear. It's gonna hear screaming. It's gonna hear hostile yelling. It's just gonna grab it. So at first of all, when I hear it, it just sounds like and I can't hear it, and I have to listen. But it sounds like somebody's getting into it outside. I don't know, but not next to me, like from afar. But you could hear it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it could have been something. I don't know. Oh shoot! In 1989, you could smoke anywhere. In a restaurant, in the grocery store. I mean, you could just smoke. hmm One thing I've learned in life, though, is especially when people at the end and they know they are, they're gonna live it the way they want to, and it's not on me to judge them. To me, judgment comes with death at the end. You know how people judge you. You're gonna do that. And dang, thanks for putting that in the universe for me. Or maybe I'm gonna do it until, not till I die, but I'm gonna stop one day. Dana, ain't sis. Mm, mm-hmm. Yep. And I used to think that if I ran my mouth, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, it was crazy. It was lethal. That's why I said I know, and I don't want to be that person no more. Because even though I thought like that person is protecting me, I honestly hate her. I hate her because she was so angry that she literally woke up and went to sleep thinking about what people did wrong to her. She had no peace. She couldn't find what she really was off of all the things she heard that she wasn't, or what, you know what I mean, was said bad. I mean, it would just play over and over. And so no, the please vicious Booney. This breakdown could be easy. I don't need to see, you know what I mean? Just vicious mouth, just and say hateful, terrible things. And so, like I said, I never want to be that again. Hold on, let me peek in the room. Let me go peek in the room with my sunshine. She right here in my room. Yeah, I know I close my room. Y'all watch me charge my phone up 800 times. All right, she fizzling. But yeah. Yeah, I had to stop that. I was like, I gotta let that go. And then you not happy because then later on, people forget what the people did to you, and all they do is think about what you said. That's all. That's all they think about. How was work today, sis? That's all they think about. They don't think about nothing else. hmm That's why I was like, nope, I can't do that no more. Definitely sorry about your mom. hmm And that's how friendships are built, just like relationships. You go through things and you decide if I still want to be there. And later on, one day you look back and you know, and it's not you hold it. You don't go to your besties all the time. Like, girl, remember when you did this and it was messed up? Remember when you made this mistake? Remember? No, you don't. You actually, when you really know, like, I know where you came from and how much you've grown and how much this. And wow, it's beautiful to see. You know what I mean? You know. Because you've been there. You've been running with them since you was shorties. You know what I'm saying? My partners that I run, man, my two buddies that I rock with, I've been rocking with them since we was 14, 15 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 43 years old. We done been through everything. We done lost people. We done had gave them calls where you called somebody. I mean, she done came to the hospital the day before my nephew passed. You can get that call. You just lost your granddaddy. You get that call. Man, come on. I've been through a lot. And you love them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you've been through ups and downs. You've been through stages where you might have been depressed. They might have been depressed. You were in an abusive relationship. They might have been never been in one. But you've been through a lot. It's your friend. They become your family. And Claudia, you're back. I don't know why my stomach keep growling. Probably because I ate that sushi. Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, those shrimp. Did y'all see those shrimp in that video that were $29.99? That's the biggest shrimps I've ever seen in my life. I ain't never. Now I was like, that's kind of big. That almost like a lobster tail. I mean, I don't even know if I need a shrimp that big. I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't believe how fast it snuck up on us. Baba. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all hear him clickety clacking. I hear him clickety clacking. But well, guys, I hear my wind up. I hear my goonies starting to get on me. Grab them. You do it, baby. And I promise. Hey, happy face. Hey, happy face. I'm sitting here jam singing and I was on mute. And I promise I love everything about you, babe. I do, and I do, and I do. I do it, baby. Love you, baby. Always, baby. Yeah, I already know we gotta come out with the Hey, hi. My name is Joe. I have a wife and 3 kids and I work in the button factory. One day my boss came up to me and said, Joe, are you busy? I said, what? You like my picture? Isn't it beautiful? We call it abstract art. You like that? Hmm? Look, a flower. Never noticed. Oh, wait, what do you see you? You see me? You see you? You see me? You see you? You see me? She is 3 months old. She is the youngest of the clan of my grandbabies, and she's the youngest of my granddaughters. I only have 2 granddaughters. But now if I have another one, I'm fine. I'm okay. But God has plans, not me. But this is the youngest of my granddaughters. I want to make sure I got time for everybody. I got 2 grandsons. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. So like I said, so now she up. I'm going to enjoy her until she get ready to leave. But I figured while she was napping, we could chill. Look at you. You said you gave me an hour. Thank you. Thank you. And you know when they're young, you gotta enjoy them. You know, you gotta enjoy when they up. Cause they'll be up 1 minute and then sleep in another second. So you gonna you, you know this person you're looking at? You know that person right there? You know her? You do? You do? A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now we know our ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? That's for you. And then you're gonna have to sing it. You have to recite them letters. I need to know them letters and them cute little toes. Give me those feetsies. Mustang, how you doing? Mustang Sally, how you doing? So yeah, so I'm gonna go back into the world of Babies R Us, you know, that false advertising. Yes, yes, yes. As they grow up, they're teenagers. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Don't. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. Y'all come from the generation that are gonna be the perfect teenagers. I can feel it. They gonna give us back the good teenagers. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. So from all my Tina Haysies, oh, don't. Me too, and mine just woke up, so I knew I'm about to get on up. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, that's a big yarn. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't think you just woke up. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on out of here. Like I said, while she still being all happy and all googity goo, we gonna have some more. We gonna have some more. We gonna have some more. We got you. You got something to say, people? Wait. What are you saying? You say God bless you good night? That's Nino's line. He says it, and you already know. Look, you already know he ain't far away. She's trying not to not stop. Oh, y'all see him? There you go. You know he ain't far. So, all right, guys, we're gonna look. I ain't gonna walk away because I said he wasn't far away, y'all. He is so. Y'all hear him walking away? I said he ain't far away, girl. He was laying on the floor minding his business the whole time. And he said, "Well, he gotta go. He's booked. He's busy. He had to make a liar out of me. He just had to." See how you do? See how you do? Oh, you happy? You talking? All right. Well, let's go have some fun. Let's go have some fun. It's a party. It's a party. We're going right now. We're going to have it right now. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the super chats, you all. Thank you for the super stickers. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. What? You can't walk. Why are you standing on your feet like you can do something? Let me say bye bye. See you later, alligator. After a while, Cookie down. See you. Bye bye. Oh, he's so beautiful. Beautiful you are. Wow. Oh, my mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, too precious. She's too precious for her shirt. Too precious for her shirt, too. And she's too precious for the song. Too precious for the song.